Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. In today's video, we're going to learn about learning. Take a second to think about how you learn something new. Tying your shoes or writing your name, for example. Maybe how to make the perfect pineapple upside-down cake. No matter what it is, you probably learned the new behavior by watching someone else first. This is called social learning. Crested capuchins and many other animals often learn by example, by copying or imitating another individual. When you come visit the zoo, you may see baby Maisie sticking very close to Mateo, who she loves to imitate. Even though this seems like a very simple thing, it indicates extreme cognitive complexity. Social learning is described as continuous reciprocal interaction between cognitive, behavioral, and environmental influences. In other words, social learning means that you must be able to take cues from the environment and other individuals and continue to integrate them into your own understanding of these things. In summary, it's a cognitive process that takes place in a social context. Social learning consists of 4 variables: attention, retention, reproduction, and motivation. Attention is a crucial first factor because if you don't pay attention to what you're learning to do, then you won't know how to do it. Imagine that your friend is teaching you how to play a song on guitar, for example. If you are watching the birds outside the window instead of looking at your friend and looking to see where they're placing their fingers, you'll have no idea how to reproduce this action because you weren't paying any attention. The second factor, retention, means remembering what you paid attention to. If you immediately forget what you saw before you can try it out for yourself, then it's just as bad as not paying attention at all. People and animals do this in a bunch of different ways. Sometimes we remember things by creating an image or mental representation in our head. Other times it makes sense to logically organize the things we paid attention to for easier recall. Another way of remembering something is to either physically or mentally rehearse what you just saw or heard. Once you've paid attention to and remembered what you're wanting to learn, you must be able to reproduce the behavior. Whether it be a very simple action or a complex array of behaviors organized into a precise order of execution, you must be able to physically complete the behavior that you've paid attention to and remembered if you want to actually say you've learned it. A dog can watch someone tie their shoes 1,000 times, pay attention really well, and remember each step, but when you put shoes on that dog, he still wouldn't be able to tie his shoes because he lacks the physical requirement of opposable thumbs. Similarly, if you were to watch someone tie their shoes 1,000 times and remembered each step, you still couldn't claim that you really learned how to tie your shoes until you actually tie your shoes. The final factor that is necessary for social learning to take place is motivation. You need a good reason to imitate an action or behavior, otherwise it's a ton of wasted effort. In general, we learn things because it benefits us in some way or another. These benefits are often the motivation for learning something new. Learning language allows us to communicate much more effectively with one another, which allows us to express our wants and needs. Learning what food is safe to eat and which food is dangerous is very important for independence and survival in many animals. Learning how to use tools permits individuals to accomplish things they may not have been able to before, or to accomplish them much more efficiently. Overall, though social learning essentially boils down to copying someone else, it really is a complex cognitive process that we share with other primates, including crested capuchins. Being able to learn by example requires a lot of smarts. If you don't believe me, just try getting a goldfish to copy you. This is just one of the many super cool ways that we are so much more like capuchins than one might think just by looking at them. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in next time for our last video where we'll answer some of your questions. Like, share, and donate if you can. Bye!